And we are live.
Welcome, folks. We're here for the opening of the semifinals for the women's USBF representatives to the World Championships. And we've already seen a taste of light openings on by Karen McCallum there. Could you click the two hearts to see what's?
Yes, there's no explanation yet. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, usually five. Okay, I did, but there were no two implications. It was just a five card week two.
Okay, I was just setting up the link on Lovebridge for the stream.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here now.
So Anam has an interesting decision, uh, and she chose to pass. North was a pass hand and balanced with three hearts, but South there did have a lot of values there suddenly. So,
Yeah, South's hand is fairly good. I think in the closed room, probably with their preempt style, South's hand might not be good enough. But with and in this room, North was a passed hand, which might be why Anam judged to pass.
well, I'm sure she would not have passed if North had not been a pass hand.
Right, but even so, her hand is quite good, I
It's
think.
still worth looking at.
Yeah.
Uh, the diamond lead has made the play in hearts relatively easy. Diamond lead and see which one is the open room, which one's the closed room?
The left side is the open room and the
Open
right
room.
side
Okay,
is
so
the closed room. Yeah.
and it's also a diamond lead in the open room. Uh, and with that lead, with the nice heartbreak, or not a reasonable heartbreak, uh, it will come in making 10 tricks, probably. No, nine, sorry, nine tricks. Nine tricks.
Yeah, on the diamond shift, in the open room, the Claire went up with the ace from dummy, whereas in the closed room, they played low and the king won. And I guess playing ace is a bit more careful, as East won't be able to rough the ace if they did have a stiff.
There was more reason to believe in the auction of a stiff in the open room because of the three club opener.
Oh yeah, that is true. Okay, new board. One heart, pass a spade. West has like a sort of hand that's like it feels a little strong to not invite, but also not the best invite either.
It's interesting what the best contract is here, because there can be some entry problems in four spades if they had get a diamond through.
Right, it's the same problem in four spades or four hearts.
But, um, and but there's the three no is also an interesting possibility, which if with 5-2 clubs might come.
Three no would make on this hand, yes.
It definitely would make on this hand with on a heart lead would or playing clubs and then playing a heart might force declare to need one of the nine majors to be 3-3.
Oh, let me update the Twitch stream title. I had
Okay.
forgotten about that. Yeah, thanks for the chat for the reminder.
So West in the open room decided two spades was enough given the possible misfit. And West in the closed room is having the same, is thinking about it right now. And it's, oh, West did not even, it's just like two hearts play. Okay.
Yeah, for those of you just joining us, this is the first day of the women's USBC, and we have 4 teams entered in the event. So this is the first day, the first set of the semifinals. And I think it is also a 2-day event, or sorry, 2-day matches, and it's a double elimination bracket. So it might be like 6 days total or something like that
I think that's right.
to select USA1 and USA2.
So the two matches going on next the first 2 days, and then the winners will play and the losers will play, and then the winner from the losers round and the loser from the winners round will play for spot number two. And only four teams entered, and my understanding is that it was a random draw as to which teams played in the semifinals.
Okay, so on board 3, let's take a look. A spade, 2 hearts, 2 no trump. Fairly normal so far. I guess they will likely reach 4 hearts, and looks like it will make.
And if they end up in 3-no, that will also make, but maybe because there's only three club tricks for defense at most.
Yeah, 3 no might require like 3-2 hearts.
Yeah, it does require 3-2 hearts. So I'm not recommending it.
Yep. So after the first two boards, we will still be 0-0. Yeah, West's is likely choosing four hearts here because of their four little clubs, and partner has a decent chance to be relatively weak in clubs.
It might just be a 7 card fit. It is an 8 card fit today, but I
Right.
probably
It's
three
it's
hearts will move
likely
to
to
the
be
six.
seven. Um,
But probably a good 7 if it's a 7.
but if partner has, say, a stiff club, then definitely we still want to be playing in our 7 card heart fit. And in 3-0, we might have entry issues as well. So lots of reasons to bid four hearts.
All of our pairs are playing versions of 2/1, although some of our pairs are more likely to make light openers. For instance, in the closed room north south, Karen McCallum, Lynn Baker, I think, are likely to make light openings. That may be also true for north south in the open room. In the open room, East correctly think that say a 4/1 heartbreak is more likely than the diamond is going to be roughed, but she safely puts the 9 in because that doesn't hurt, and just in case.
So the close room is in 3-0 Trump now. And actually, East hand is quite good to play in 3-0, so I think it'll get passed out. Yeah. It looks like East just has 7 running tricks, and you're 2-2-2 in the other suits. So I think you'd be happy if one partner offers 3-0 to play there.
Assuming partner has at least one heart, but probably
Right.
no, two
Partner
knows probably
usually
to give you
will,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Now West would now wishes that she were in 4 hearts, but will probably work out. She has to play for 3 2 hearts or the 10 hearts dropping singleton. Nothing else to do on the hand, honestly. And she realizes that quickly. So in the open room, South was stayed out of the bidding the first round, did not choose to overcall hearts over the spade bid, but now is getting in. And 2 diamonds is likely to be double is likely to be passed here.
Right. Looks like misfits all around. And South is gonna get rewarded for not coming in over a spade. This hand is
And
very strong.
East may think about trying to find a major suit fit. That will also not work.
I must say, I think I might have overcalled 2 spades, or at least done something. Maybe it's right to overcall 2 hearts.
It just feels like you ought to do something with the south hand, but maybe I'm
Right,
doing something that we don't know. Because
because the problem with passing is the auction's not gonna get easier for you, I think, in this sequence. You have no diamonds, so it's better to do something early, but doing nothing at all worked out well. And there's usually no methods to show both majors after East responds a spade. So you would have to choose to show a single suit only at this bid.
now, I mean, the defense against the diamonds is a little tricky because South can't lead diamonds. And so West will be able to rough some clubs.
So if North starts attacking diamonds, West can actually only take 2 diamond tricks, it
Right. And
seems, because they
North,
have all the spots.
perhaps North should have played a high diamond there, swallowing the 10, a high
Right.
diamond over the
I
10-9.
I think that would have limited Declare to only 3 tricks, or possibly at least. But now they will get a club rough. Okay, let's see what South does in the other room.
Meantime, North is also deciding whether, although it's a little bit late, whether to play a diamond now.
Right. It might still be better on some hands, but on this hand, I believe it doesn't matter.
There's the King of Hearts is in dummy, so which is a winner.
Ah, that would allow West to discard a club from hand.
Yes. So South did bid 2 hearts in the closed room and is going to get to play there. Uh, and certainly has enough cards to make it, but it will not equal what's being done.
Okay, I don't like this low diamond play because should know based on the auction that West has. I guess West could be like 1-4-4-4
Yeah,
and didn't rebid a no trump, but it's very likely that she started with 5 diamonds and seeing the 10-9 of diamonds on the board,
but
her
probably
diamonds are actually
it
very big.
doesn't make much difference because North will get out with a club here, and we'll get
Oh,
the
the timing works out. Okay.
yeah.
So I think it would have been down 4 if North started on diamonds earlier. But now down 3 will still be a significant pickup,
Right.
and we will open the scoring in this
Yeah.
match. It looks like two hearts might make four, losing two heart tricks and a club trick. There's not really a danger in getting tapped because dummy's diamonds are strong.
So it's a part score battle in the open room. And the question is whether East West will do anything over. Well, the answer to that question was East has an interesting choice and decides to pretend that she has three hearts, I guess. He just decides to invite with this hand.
They must not have like any other way to show a constructive hand.
Right. I mean, it was she had to do something.
Is double a possible bid here, do you think?
Uh, it could well be. I have no idea if it has particular implications for this partnership. Although I think a double here would tend to show maybe an extra club, a little more, since diamonds had been bid by the other side. Once one side's bid two suits, the double would tend to indicate, to me, bringing the fourth suit into play, but with some support for partner. So maybe with one fewer diamond, one more club. I don't know.
So how is three hearts going to fare?
Um, the club lead by North in the open room was not optimal here. It just looks like making five in the because now Clara has the rest of the tricks in the closed room.
The last spade is a loser, I think.
There's a club.
Oh
There's a
no,
club.
there's a club, right. Um, so I think Declare should make three hearts if they play the heart to the queen here. Um, the only problem is getting rid of the third spade loser. And I think now Declare will definitely have no problem.
North may cash ace of diamonds and put South in with a spade to put a club through. And then the spots actually get kind of interesting. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I think that does work, actually.
The 7-6 are actually coming into play.
Yeah, that does work because after um Declare roughs high and plays a heart to the queen to try to draw trump. Oh no, it doesn't work. We can rough a diamond back to hand.
Or the Jack of Hearts can be played on that diamond.
Oh no, not if we play a heart to the queen first. Then we have no more. So we can actually afford, the
Oh, I see.
cleric can
You're right. You're
afford
right.
to
You're right.
rough high.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay.
But she has to hope that South has the jack, I guess.
So could you check the range of the no trump?
Yeah.
I thought they played 14 to 16. That hand is not 14 to 16, but that's what they play.
So this is the same hand in both tables now.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the diamond lead, I don't think Wendo will have much trouble.
No, it should definitely come in.
A heart lead would have had potential to set it. I think West might consider coming in the balancing seat with the heart suit, but they are balanced, relatively balanced. So I can see why not. And you can sometimes you like defending 1-0 when the opponents are vulnerable because the under tricks are worth a lot.
Yeah, you're right. That's something that people forget sometimes when they do calculations that two, three, four vulnerable under tricks really start producing a lot of imps, more imps than people. I mean, when people do calculations sometimes and they say you should bid tight, vulnerable games, there's a reasonable case for them, but sometimes one forgets that when tight games go down three tricks or four tricks, you suddenly have real problems, or at least lose a lot of imps. Looks like guessing right in the open room.
Yeah, well done to survive that defense.
So this will be a pickup to the Baker team on this hand. Pluses in both places.
If Emma had managed to shift to a club there, they might be able to get, the defense might have gotten 6 tricks. Um, but now, well, they still might get 6 tricks. Declare will likely cash their winners and exit a club, I think.
Well, Claire has three more winners at this point. Yeah, right. So,
Right. It was never going down.
oh, yeah, so it's
Um,
just the over tricks. Okay.
there might be an overtrick now if the defense can't untangle everything. If the cleric guesses to fly king when West plays a low heart, then there definitely would be another trick. Oh, they might just play a heart to the king.
Yeah. In the open room, I expect North is going to take the save here. And is giving the lead director along the way. With that lead director, five spades is definitely not making. I don't think it's going to make anyway. Uh,
Five hearts may only be down one, it seems.
uh, a
I-
spade
If
or a
you
heart
if you hook the diamond.
if you hook the diamond, which is unlikely.
It seems difficult.
In four spades, while it may look like there are four losers, I don't think there's any way to take them. If you
I don't right.
take the diamonds quickly, then a club can go on a diamond. And if you don't take the diamonds quickly, you may not get three of them.
The problem is the diamond suit is like kind of blocked. Uh, if you lead a diamond and get your three diamond tricks right away, the club goes away. But if the jack and the 10 were swapped, the contract would actually be down because the king of clubs is offside.
I'm not sure. There still could set up the fifth diamond and dummy to pitch the.
Oh, that's probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have entries, yeah. Someone in the chat asked if West was too strong for four spades. And I'm going to agree with that one. West hand is very strong. I think you definitely worth a four heart bid. The problem is you don't have controls in the minors, but I think partner definitely rates to have something, so it's worth bidding four hearts.
I think it's close myself. Uh, I wouldn't object to. I object to neither bid, neither West bid, nor would I object to your four hard choice.
Right, like here, East has a minimum, and if the ace of hearts was in, let's say, diamonds, we have quite a good shot for slam, I think. But of course here, East wouldn't do anything over four hearts if I had bid that.
Actually, it looks like in north south there's a diamond club squeeze going about to occur. And, the, and it looks like it may actually go down only one.
Ah, so it's always only going down one.
Right. Of course, if East has shifted to the diamond, which would break up the communication. Whoops. Well, so much for
They're just trying to rough out the queen of
many
diamonds.
diamonds, which
It actually doesn't work anymore though, because
now
there's no
there's
more
no squeeze.
entry.
But that,
Right.
in order for the squeeze to work, all the clubs would have to be in the same hand as almost queen fifth of diamonds. So I pointed out the squeeze, but I think that was me looking at all the hands, and I actually don't object to declare's play there. So in the closed room, West was able to make a splinter four hearts, I assume, and now East has gotten excited, and they're already overboard.
Yeah, I think five clubs is kind of a big bid. if you have double and pass here, uh, I'm not sure what double and pass would be in this auction actually.
Actually, could you click the four spades? This four spade call? It's right that South here actually just made an overcall rather than the preamp that was in the other room.
So North is showing a strong hand, I
Right.
guess.
Everyone's showing a strong hand in the closed room.
Yeah, so with the East hand, I'm thinking if I can just pass, wait for the opponents to bid five hearts, and then presumably we would be in a force. So I can then maybe I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe with this with three key cards, it's good enough to bid five clubs, but I think I'm a little weak for that.
So West is now showing her void in hearts now, which has not really helped East hand.
Right, I think East should be able to sign off now, knowing that the Ace of Hearts has become less good. And her hand wasn't super strong to begin with. So North has a don't lead a heart double available. So a lot of pairs these days, when they double the suits they already bid, that tells their partner to not lead a heart.
In the meantime, in the open room, we haven't been watching this one no, which has not been successful. And looks like it's down a couple of tricks vulnerable.
Oh, they're losing the rest of the tricks, it seems.
Since they have no more winners, I assume they're losing the rest of the tricks,
Yep.
regardless of the order that the cards are played.
Okay, so if they play five spades, I guess it's just down one on the diamond lead.
Lead.
Or any lead, rather.
Well, maybe not a club lead.
Uh, it's probably still down.
Well, there's an interesting. Yeah, maybe what? Yeah, there's no end play. I was wondering if there's an end play, but North could overtake the diamond and push a club through without cashing the second diamond.
So actually on a club lead, if you strip the club from North's hand and you play a diamond, South has the jack.
Right. That's so you have to, but you have time to really strip all the clubs. That's why I was
You need to strip all four clubs.
right because
Then,
yeah,
oh, it might actually make.
that would be
That's
interesting.
interesting.
And now I'm hoping for a club lead. Oh, six hearts. I think this six hearts might be a two-way bid. South, South knows how bad her hand is, and may think that five spades is making. You can't really think six hearts is making, I don't think. Wait, six hearts. Oh, north is. Okay, I lost track. Six. North, sorry, north.
North, I
North is
think
the same.
North must have thought that the pass over five spades showed interest in competing because North also made a slam going bid. So everyone actually showed strong hands at this table. Um,
Yeah.
so North probably thought they were in a force. Well, both sides were in a force somehow. Um, but this pass after five spades, um, North thought that showed interest in competing or bidding a slam.
I mean, the key thing in the closed hand, South made a simple overcall of two hearts over the one spade, and that affected the auction and people's thoughts as to who had strong hands.
Hey guys.
Hi, Phil. Welcome, by the way.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Brent. How are you?
Hey, good. Glad you could join us.
Thank you for doing this with me. Looks like I jumped into a pretty interesting hand here on the right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was action packed.
Okay.
actually, the hand on the right, four spades, is the highest making contract. So, and I'm trying to catch up on the left, which
We've
unfortunately,
completely neglected this table.
yes.
The poor table. I guess they just need to provide a little bit more fireworks to get our attention. Is that the idea?
Well, they did play board six, and it was interesting, but the right side was more exciting than what they did.
Yep.
Okay, 3-0 looks like it's coming home.
There was an interesting thing in that hand. East West has taken the advantage that she got two entries to dummy in the heart suit, but it's not clear that she deserved them. It was ace 10 small opposite queen jacks, ace 10 small opposite queen jack small. And I think South, if South had ducked the queen and the jack, but played the king on the deuce, that would have made only one entry. Hard thing to do.
Oh, so they got an extra trick.
Yeah, although there was a definite prospect of a diamond trick later on, so that may not have made the difference in the hand. I think East would have had to play, try to get a diamond trick. They didn't get the club. Okay.
Probably one spade with a one no trump overcall on my right.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened in the open room,
Yeah.
and it was not very successful.
I mean, most people will do that, but there is a case to be made when vulnerable. Not to. Oh, two spades.
Oh, maybe they play like an intermediate thing?
I don't know. I know they played light openers, so I don't know how much. Oh wow! So I was debating whether. I mean, Tuno is well. Okay, maybe you want to bid Tuno with East hand, but you certainly aren't happy about it. Maybe you have to do it, but there are
Yeah.
lack
I
of
mean,
thoughts, minimum.
so I obviously I should have looked at their card, but Karen's kind of famous for playing these featherweight two bids in a lot of positions, and maybe this is the type of thing where since Lynn didn't open one. I know they're red, but you know, you can widen the range a bit for a week 2 bid and third seat. But I don't know. It's a good question. Brent, are you monitoring the Twitch?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe if somebody has something on the Twitch, that might be illuminating.
Let me just look at their card.
That's probably the easiest way to do.
Uh,
In the meantime, Emma is just marooned in 2-no Trump, and this just does not look like a very.
Right, opposite of passed hand. It's a little scary to overcall 2-no Trump.
It is. I mean, I have a lot of sympathy for it. I will admit that, just because I'm just scared to death of missing a red game. Especially, it probably depends on East West's proclivities or standards for opening bids. I mean, I suppose Irina could have a 10 or even a bad 11 count, but that's a narrow band, and certainly passing could be correct.
so I actually am now looking at the Lynn Baker Karen McCallum convention card, and very early on they put any action may be lighter than standard. But as far as I can tell, for the 2 bids, they say 3 to 9 points, non-vulnerable, usually a 5-card suit, but vulnerable a 6-card suit.
So it says wide range preempts 0 to 15 depending upon position and vulnerability, maybe heavy facing a passed hand, and anything goes in third seat. So it's actually just
Maybe having,
a
okay, there we
preempt.
go. But
Yeah.
still a good 14 count.
Yeah, that was a good hand.
If one's sure that North's hand is not game, opposite a passed hand, then you're very much light openers.
And it also says their unfavorable preempts are intermediate and can be up to like 15 or 16 high cards.
Okay, so I was looking
But-
at the B2s, but there's no place where it says preamps. Okay. Maybe it's but it's just both red there, not unfavorable.
Right, in this case it would be like their normal third seat 2 spades, which is super wide ranging.
So I think Emma's gonna, try the diamonds. They're not gonna split. They don't rate to split when Karen wins the first diamond. And I think this is gonna drift off 4 with best defense.
Yeah,
Sorry, 3.
3. I think it's the same tricks as they got in the other room, but they're one level higher there.
Yep.
We got some more action in the open room on board 9.
Board 9. I guess East-West actually. Well, they certainly can make slam with the favorable cards. With the diamonds 3-3. The diamonds were not 3-3. There might be some problems.
Brent, I guess there's no alert on the 4 club call.
4 clubs showed a good heart raise.
Oh, okay. All right. So they're even playing that by past hand. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, this is kind of a modern treatment where people are doing these inversions over like a 3-spade overcall to be able to show because you don't have a Q bid here, right? So 4 clubs is, fairly common. I wouldn't say it's common, but there's a trend towards playing this as a good call, which is also nice because it probably sets up a force over 4 spades. So. But it's really hard for East-West to, gauge the degree of the perfecto here, where they just have a red slam on 20 high card points.
It is a red versus white 3-spade call, so at least where I come from, those are respected.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Any other color, this West hand could consider bidding four spades as well. Uh, but here you got too many losers probably.
Five clubs is curious.
Oh, maybe South thought it was like a fit showing for clubs.
Yeah,
And they just wanted to compete over the red four
Right.
spades, which makes sense.
it
No,
does, especially these colors. Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
I mean, North might have like three hearts and six clubs. You can imagine if it's fit showing. Yeah. So I mean,
Sure. Sure.
then when you're saving, you're looking for the best suit, not necessarily, not worrying about when you're going down. It doesn't matter any difference whether you're going down in a major or a minor.
Yep.
You might as well tell party you have clubs.
I mean, I guess maybe an issue here is that Janice might smell blood and look at her queen fourth of clubs and say, "Wow, maybe my partner is bidding five spades as a preempt on short clubs," and you know, that might cause her to kick it in.
Well, so, I mean, she does know about the short clubs, and I assume the club bids are natural if ill-defined on exactly their length.
Yeah.
Maybe the four club, or maybe the four. Yeah. No, say what was the four clubs was fit showing?
It showed a good, it was
Oh no, it
alerted
didn't
as
show.
a
It
good heart
didn't show any
raise.
clubs. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Nothing.
That case, I
I,
do understand the five club call.
Yeah, and after six hearts, I think five spades implying club shortness is probably very likely, or East would think West has club shortness, so here's six spades. And now they need a save in seven hearts, I think. It's down
down
five.
five, right?
Yeah.
Well, but look at North's hand now. North has heard her partner bids clubs, which suddenly makes North hand looking very bad defensively.
Yeah.
Wow,
But her
so
hand is better than her partner's. Her partner's bringing zero tricks on defense. She's bringing one.
Yeah, it's kind of a beatdown to be able to sell out to four spades and suddenly be writing minus 1430 on your card.
balancing into slam.
And poor Giorgio, right? Because Georgia, she's like looking at you know ace king fourth of clubs, and like partner just is coming out of the blue with this five club call, and she's probably thinking, God, I wonder if Anam remembered our agreements here when
Yeah,
she bid four of clubs.
they must have
Yeah.
not been on the same page, I would imagine.
But she's got like authorized information, maybe that her partner has like club length, and that might be a good reason to dive. I don't know.
Yeah, at this level of bridge, I think when four spades gets passed to you, it's pretty fair to assume that your opponents won't be trying to make a slam. So I think saving is very reasonable. Like
No,
being afraid of balancing into slam is not on your mind.
Right.
And
It shouldn't
holy
be.
cow, what is this hand?
okay, well maybe we can watch the three no that we lost in the previous in the open room. They're now playing in the closed room. And
Yeah,
the player has taken a very natural misguess in clubs.
I completely missed this board in the open room, but it looks like they're not as successful here, or Declare is not as successful here.
Right, because definitely looks like there might be uh, 5 losers here at this point. Uh,
Yeah, in the open room, North thought they had a good spade suit in the previous hand, and now they got 8 solid this time.
How often do you see 150 honors on 2 consecutive hands?
but she is missing an entry to dummy.
She is. This might be one of those positions where it's kind of funny because if dummy had like one fewer heart, this might be the type of thing where the defense really wants to hang on to. They both want to hang on to the heart length, so they're releasing diamonds here. But I don't think that's the case here. But
Well,
we'll see.
it's certainly true that if Declare has ace double to the hearts, they know they're not setting the hand.
That's true. Yeah. So they're gonna have to play their partner for the ace of hearts to
Yeah,
have a hope
South
here.
South can safely pitch hearts, I think.
Yeah, right. And if West has 2 small hearts, they're not setting the hand, or at least from South's perspective. North probably has to hold on to hearts for a while, at least 2 of them.
The other risks that the defense has to be careful of is really to try to keep a club winner in the end game. Otherwise, they might get stepping stoned onto the king of hearts. So
In the closed room, North has to figure out not to cover this.
I think she should be able to figure that out.
I think so as well, but
Yeah.
yeah,
She's staring at 2 good clubs.
uh, yeah, she knows. Yeah, if Declare wins this, she has 2 tricks. And if the 10 of diamonds wins, that is. So that will be a gain for the bakery team on that hand.
it looks like 11 back the Baker, which will make the match pretty close. So I think a neat. Well, let's see. She can keep her diamond length or she can keep her club at this point. I think that just let it in, right?
I don't
It's
think so. The queen of
still
clubs.
okay.
She still has the queen of clubs to get out with.
Oh, right. The defense has one in the bar, so they can take two diamonds and a club in the end game. So
Okay.
here, this is more of a typical Karen McCullum preempt on the right side.
So how often do you have ace, king, queen, fifth of hearts, and you're putting open two hearts for this position?
I don't play much with Karen McCullum, as in never. So I guess maybe not that much.
She's gonna want to do something more than just 4 hearts here, right?
Oh, I think pass is possible. You just know you're hearing four spades, and I frankly I think there's a little bit to be said for four hearts, and then there's just tapping the table when your left-hand opponent bids four spades.
But it's amazing the different tenor in the auction here. In the other table, uh, both sides, the north-south, bid like they had very strong hands because South bid a hard early on, and then North was excited. Now South knows, well, nothing, but now West has heard from East, and West is going to get excited. Well, North South, the best thing for North South to do right now is not tell West they have long hearts, that North South have such a heart fit.
Brent, do you see the alert on the redouble there? Business. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
She could just be pretending. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some. I don't know. If I'm looking at that West hand, I would just kind of take a quick look over to my right hand opponent, who's I think in the same room, and say,
Yeah.
"Really?" I think for okay now Karen makes a striped tail eight double.
Right.
Oh, does she think they're in a force now?
Uh,
I don't know.
God, I don't know.
It's kind of, I think it's a little weird. Opponents are red and bid for spades.
Interesting. If South takes it out, that
I mean,
might
she
tempt
will.
West to go farther.
If Lynn doesn't take it out, it's like if I'm Irina, I'm like turning this back. You
So
know,
so that redouble by South might not show as much because if you're used to opening two hearts on very bad suits, it may be important for South to be able to tell partner, "Don't worry, hearts is okay as a suit to play. We don't need to be running." So the redouble might just be saying that.
maybe.
East is certainly gonna bid.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna try to pull a bluff on the first round, and frankly, I think the redouble is just a bluff. Um, I think it's like playing poker where you're trying to run a bluff and you just do it on like two or even three streets. It's the same principle where you just kind of have to go through with it because five hearts just says, "Ha ha, just kidding," and then Irina can do kind of be in on the game.
In the open room, it looks like a rather interesting two heart call to me. I don't know what the two hearts were supposed to show.
Yeah, maybe their two club style is like off in 3, but I think I still would have maybe bid 2 spades if that showed a good club raise.
Yeah, I think I would have been anything but two.
Yeah, 2 hearts seems not norm or
It shows a
uncommon.
weak
Yeah.
hand with a tolerance for hearts, and it's not such a weak hand and doesn't have such a tolerance for hearts.
Is the one no trump forcing or semi forcing?
It was semi-forcing.
Semi forcing. So we know
So,
partner's got club length, right?
right, partner might have three only,
But
but
then a good hand.
I tend to just assume they have four. If I had another heart, I would like this two heart bid more.
Okay, so north south will actually gain a little bit by raising the four spades doubled to five spades doubled. That's a little better for north south, I think, if you offer.
I think you're
It's
right.
it's
One less
1050 versus
vulnerable opening.
1190,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not as good as 1430.
Right.
So they'll be losing 9, I guess.
Yeah, I think the problem with two hearts is that you could just be going down when clubs is like an easy contract to make. Which is what's happening here, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, and the other problem is if like partner's 6-4, you're going to be steering the hand towards 4 hearts instead of 3 no trump. Which doesn't rate to be good either. I mean, the East hand is really soft. It's not good for a suit play at all, especially in a 6-1 fit. But club fit could be just fine, or no trump. Looks like this is gonna drift off 2 on the left. It feels like the defense could have worked a little bit harder and set up a spade winner for maybe down 3, but not going to be a good result regardless. So this looks like a garden variety 1 no trump. Expected to go all pass. Where do you guys lead from the north hand against 1 no trump on 12?
That's a good question.
I'm tempted to go to make the pseudo safe, and I put safe in quotes, hard lead, exactly what she did.
Yeah, I would either go for a heart or a diamond.
Diamond's my second
I
choice.
think three queens, probably you don't want to lead any of them.
Probably not. I think a heart's normal, and then hopefully after trick 1 or trick 2 we can figure out where partner's strength lies, and not I mean I think a diamond could be right, but I mean I would guess that one of the black suits is where our trick source is, but I don't know which one, so I'm not going to lead either of them.
Right, and now partner will shift to a spade.
Ducking there is a natural thing to do for the time being. No rush to take that ace of diamonds.
Yeah. It does look like there's 7 tricks in though.
Oh yeah, I mean now the declare has a hard entry to dummy. There's
Yeah, actually 8 tricks. That's a good point. Even with a spade shift at this point.
so
If
in
a
the closed
spade
room we're
was,
having North South is doing their discarding. There's many possibilities of how they could end up discarding, but I think all of them will lead them to the set.
yeah, in one no, I think even on a spade lead, Declare has plenty.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, you could always take four hearts and one trick in each of the other three suits.
Or the defense can just take 4 spades and a diamond, on normal play. So
Yeah.
sometimes with Queen 10 Doubleton in hearts, there's some shenanigans, but not with Jack 4th and dummy. If there was Jack 3rd and dummy, then a nom's hand can hop Queen and hope that Declare finesses like a 9 spot on the second round. But with Jack 4th, it's just not going to happen.
Well, if North if West had had the eight of hearts, maybe, but West didn't have the eight of hearts.
Yeah. So on the right side, the defense is, just, grinding out how to take their winners in the end game. But there's a lot of ways to, to take 4 tricks here.
So with North pitching a diamond, South has to make sure she does not pitch diamond.
So do you come back in with George's hand after a club pass a heart as a passed hand with partner who can't take action over one
Actually,
club?
the closed hand has just gotten interesting
I
Sure
think that was
has.
fatal. Yeah.
because if she with the diamond now, both sides have only North South only have one club each. So while they can pump now, there won't be another club available. I think she's making.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good point that it would have been fine for both defenders to pitch down to 2 diamonds if they had a second club winner in one of the hands.
Right.
But here, they no longer have winners. I think it's pretty common for people to double with the north hand in the open room, but I don't particularly like it that much. Like my hand's not so good, or it's not great at all. Uh, maybe move the king of hearts to the king of spades and give me like a stiff heart and I would do it.
Uh,
But it's honestly not that attractive to me.
Yeah. If they do fess up with a heart fit here, you can always come back in with a double of 2 hearts, but pre-balancing into a potentially non-fit auction is always dangerous.
but there is a I mean, North was a passed hand, and it gets that balancing double early on. So if there's no fit, you get out of there quickly. There are advantages of getting the early double in.
Right, there is this trend that's going towards like a pass hand. You can just do whatever you want with any shape. It's true.
Yep.
Now, what do you think about North's double in the closed room?
Not my
Not my
style.
style.
Oh, it's not my style either. Uh, the pluses are it's just about an opening hand, close to it, and there are four spades, but there are way too many negatives after you start go from there. And partner's a passed hand, so you're probably not missing anything. And partner's a passed hand from a partnership that opens very light.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people eschew four triple three doubles. Um, I'm not as adverse, but with just a bare ace king ace, double looks, pretty hungry to me.
I
I mean,
mean,
the hand has hardly any spots. Yeah, go ahead.
even if my ace of hearts was the ace of spades, it would still not scream out double to me. Like I only
Mhm.
have my ace king third of diamonds outside of hearts. So it but maybe
Yeah.
these for fun doubles work sometimes.
Now,
Like
in
on
the
this hand, and on this hand, like a spade contract is actually quite good.
the opening room was actually kind of interesting at this point. Well, Declare guessed already. Declare had a way to misguess here. May still misguess. As where he wants to rough a diamond to lead to the Queen of Hearts. Maybe Declare will misguess. Well,
I like the lead on the right side. You know, your left-hand opponent's going to come down with some club length, probably heart shortness. You'll have lots of opportunities to lead trump. You know,
I think not only to like, I think it's everybody's lead on this hand.
yeah,
Doesn't seem like there's any rush to take diamonds. Seems very unlikely partner is shorted diamonds, so starting days king of diamonds doesn't seem to be any real need for it.
yeah.
So so
But the diamond lead is somewhat reflexive here.
yeah.
But
Of course, West thinks that the spades are offside from at least one of them probably,
Mhm.
based on the double.
Have an interesting hand on 14 on the left. Anam has pretty tricky rebid problem. She's got a really awkward, 3-1-5-4. Just chooses to show her suits, which looks okay.
Yeah.
But um,
Well, this case,
Georgia might have bid four hearts over three clubs, but certainly is not going to, put down this dummy in 3-no trump.
that is a terrible 3-no dummy. Yes.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how good it's going to be in four hearts, but she knows it's terrible in 3-no.
Yeah.
And now the defense is on the way to four tricks.
Yep.
If she had opened 2-0, they might have been able to make four hearts.
They probably would have if she'd opened 2-no, because
Yes.
then South would be playing the hand, which I think is the point you were making.
But I'm not saying that that's like a correct bid or anything.
It's far from unreasonable though, right? Because if partner is, bidding Texas, you know, you're perfectly happy with that. If partner transfers to spades, you're ecstatic with that. Um, I mean, I guess you'd like your diamond suit to have a little bit more texture for Two Note Trump, but but yeah, I mean, I think Two Note Trump would get a lot of support. If I'm playing with a BBO robot, I'm automatically opening this Two Note Trump and not thinking twice about it.
Now, in the open room, West may be thinking that the lead was a doubleton, and West certain, and if, for instance, I mean, West doesn't know for sure, of course, that East has ace of diamonds. Maybe
The
even,
their card says third and low, so it's possible for this to get in trouble.
third and third, yeah.
Yeah, they lead third and low against suits.
Well, I mean, okay, let's say that's the case. I mean, let's say that Janice violated their agreements here. How are you beating this hand if partner's got like a doubleton spade
That,
and
that's
not the ace of diamonds, right?
it's a good point because she should have at most two hearts, so any honor would be coming down the next round after off. Okay, so it
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be down.
I suppose if partner had king third of hearts without the ace of diamonds, maybe there's a path here, but
By the way,
Declare's got a lot of winners and dummy, but yeah.
another point on this: if West had had a singleton diamond here, then West would have played the ace of spades before playing a diamond to partner. So that's how East knows that it's not that West isn't trying for a diamond rush and to play the spade back instead.
Yeah, she figured out that the ace of spades, or even giving the spade rough doesn't help, so well done.
But I was
Yep.
talking about East decision because West could have a singleton diamond on the hand.
I mean, the other possibility is West has five spades, and I mean, with four spades, I don't think you can go wrong,
Yeah.
but with five spades, you definitely need to get the diamond rough now. So it looks like Anam has a 2.25 two spade bid.
And I agree with the rounding that down to two.
I do too, unless we're opening super light. Then I would feel like I had a lot in the tank for two spade.
They do open somewhat light, and I'm not sure at this vulnerability.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the closed room, Karen McCallum also let a heart from that against one no that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing South will set up the diamond before leading toward the queen of spades in the open room.
Yep. So they'll duck this, win the next, maybe cash a club and, put a heart through. Declare wins and plays a spade up, and I think you're making 10 tricks here, right? Assuming there's, you don't misguess the spade or something like that. Yeah, this is a reasonable play in two, I guess. Where you just may not get back to the dummy to do anything in the heart suit.
Yeah, she hooked the heart herself in case there was no more dummy entry ever.
That certainly wouldn't be the right line in four spades. And now the defense has to give her a little bit of help.
But we'll make her sweat for the help.
Yeah, I guess. It seems unlikely that Janice shifted to the deuce of hearts from 9 deuce doubleton here, so.
Well, she would probably shift the heart from any heart holding.
She would, but it's just a function of which spot that she's shifting to, right? Doesn't, I mean, yeah, I guess Disa could have like queen jack third, and you're just like continuing hearts to set up your trick before the king of spades is dislodged.
But it's also obvious she was end played. I mean, anything besides a heart would give something up.
Yeah, I think it depends on the spade situation. I mean, like, the 13th club could, or rather another round of clubs could, create something interesting in the spade suit, depending on the spots. I mean, give partner like ace 10 doubleton. That would be a path to another trump trick. Potentially. So 13 is in play in the room on the right. This is where the north hand has kind of a decision to, make a pre-balance.
And it may have affected the play at the other table because simple play makes the four hearts. But there's complicated play, which will go down in four hearts. And they, unfortunately, the other room, they chose more complicated play.
Yeah, this heart suit, I think like the safety play for one loser is to cash the ace first,
But it's a measure
which
of,
is what they did on the other table.
except that there's not with the spade lead, which is what they got at the other table. There's no entry to dummy, and they tried to create one by roughing a diamond, and went down because of that.
I think North's double is often a 5-card diamond suit, so maybe they could have been wary about that.
Now this lead is different. Not only is it giving up a diamond trick, but it's not taking the spade entry out of dummy. So now declare can cash ace of hearts, play spade to the king, and play a heart up. Maybe pitching a club on the second spade before doing so. Probably no hurry to do that. So it looks like it'll be a make here.
So this will pad the Cole lead by another 12 or so. Assuming the play goes that way. I mean, I guess it's conceivable that she plays spade over, heart hook, then diamond diamond gets the same 4 tricks, but you know.
That's possible.
Which,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, which if like you've got King Jack third in the pocket, you've got to play it that way, don't you?
Yeah, if you play the ace of hearts and try a heart up, and if South has King Jack third, you will go down
But if
on
you're
game rough.
So if you're going to play for King Jack third in the pocket, then you should just take a finesse early on. Just play spade to the king and take a finesse.
Right.
Finesse the queen.
Probably the queen.
Yeah, well, because if you finesse the 10, you're going down.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's done ace of hearts hard up, which is going to work just fine.
And yeah, and the spade's there to pitch the clubs, so she does not need to guess clubs.
And now North is just hoping their partner has like 9/3 of hearts or so, but which is not very likely when they play the Jack on the second round. So maybe Jack 10/3, but that's a natural anyway. So this is kind of a futile play.
Now the next hand, the Baker team has a chance for a pickup. If say, for instance, if South chooses to open 2-no trump, then they'll probably play from the correct side. Even if
I think the strength of the hand in itself is not really worth an upgrade with the weak diamond suit. So 1 diamond is probably normal.
it's probably okay.
So 4 hearts, brings another element into this hand. Now Emma's got a blind black suit lead here.
Right. Yeah. There's no right. I think it's completely blind as far as I can tell. Almost.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a very loose inference that, partner didn't overcall a spade. If they had equivalent spades and clubs, they might have bid a spade, but not bid 2 clubs. So I think that's what.
North-South's 2-no opener is actually not 20 to 21 balanced.
Oh, is it something? Is it something weird?
Minors or something.
I'm not really sure. So it says 3 to 13 or strong minors. Okay.
Okay.
So it's minors, weak, or strong.
So this club lead is no picnic, right?
Yeah, it does make it rather interesting. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but it feels like you can just win the ace of club, play ace ace and then a club to the jack, draw a trump and play a diamond down. Right. And I think you're making with either pointed suit king on.
Well, there's another way which will also work, right? It's just to play 3 rounds of clubs and pitch a diamond now.
That works too. But then you've got to, then you just have a claim. But I assume that East West play third and fifth. So you may not have that luxury if the lead is from 5 small.
But then it would be West who is roughing, and that would give you the entry. So you cash your ace of hearts before doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Although after ace of hearts, club to the hand, drawing trump, we could play we couldn't play a spade to the 10 at that point, because then a diamond across and a spade back through just sinks us. So yeah, this is definitely best.
Now, when spades comes around, she'll probably leave a spade to the king because the queen of clubs would be available to pitch a spade. Assuming the ace was on side, which it's not.
Yeah, I think that's right. Otherwise you're just kind of hoping for honor double 10 on side, like honor quack on side by playing a spade to the 10, but that's pretty far-fetched.
Well, that's not the first time I've been wrong in my life.
Maybe a little bit of spy versus spy in the spade suit there.
Something
Like,
the visitor that West had the ace of spades.
yeah. Yeah, too bad there's no swings in this match. Otherwise, it might be kind of boring.
As we're getting into the last hand, I'll just remind those who are listening that this is the first set of an 8-set match. So still a lot of bridge to come in this match. And this is the semifinals. So the winner of this match will meet the winner of the other match. And then the losers of these 2 matches will face off in the losers bracket. Who gets to face the loser in the winners bracket, because there are actually 2 spots available for only 4 teams, which means teams had a 50% chance of making it to the World Championship here.
the three of us will be signing off after this set. Um, Let me check if I know who's coming on later.
It's on Bridge Winners if you want to check. I saw.
Ah, it is on Bridge Winners. We have Amber Lynn and Kevin Rosenberg starting at about 30 minutes from now.
What do we think about East double here of one no trump?
Um, it is not my style. That's the nicest way I can give my opinion.
Sure.
Let's switch to the other match after this board. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Well, I mean, we could do it now. This board, I will just say that Claire took what I thought was about the minimum number of tricks. It's possible the North-South might pick up an imp or two.
True.
We don't necessarily have to watch that.
All right, let's head on over. Okay, so this table is still playing. Let's just look at the open room then. And this is the hand that was pushed in when no trump making 2 at the other table, I believe, on the heart lead.
Yep. So I guess Kristen and Gigi are playing a weak no trump.
Oops,
No,
sorry.
she had a 15. No, she had a 15 count. Yeah, I sorry, the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, that did not work. I'll go to scorecard.
There you go.
I'll check their card. Maybe it's a weekend in Trump. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a 10 to 12 or something at these colors.
Can we see what happened on 6 and 9 in these rooms? I think that was the competitive hearts and spades hands.
Oh,
Let me
Yeah.
check.
yeah, we'll go check.
So board 6 and the other table. Okay. So in the open room, a very similar auction that we had in the open room, or in the other match, but I forget what contract they played.
Well, we saw 5 spades doubled and 6 spades our way.
So both tables opened, or sorry, overcalled 3 hearts here.
But then both West here gave the 4 heart call that you were recommending rather than the 4 spade call.
Definitely like the 5 diamond call. You know, I
Yeah.
think it's a big help for partner, and 5 hearts gives partner a blind lead. I didn't see this one. Did this hand lead a club or something?
In 6 hearts?
No, in 5 spades. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused. I'm sorry. I've confused hands. No, I'm sorry. Ignore that comment. There was a different hand I was thinking about. No, this we saw. No, we saw 5 spades down 1, and he saw
Yeah,
hearts down 2. Although there was an interesting play that hearts could have been down 6 hearts down 2. Was it 5 hearts down? No, 5 hearts down 2. we saw. Now I'm trying to remember. The playing hearts is a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I'm just curious how they let in 11 tricks.
No, I confused hands.
Yeah,
No,
that's cool. That's cool. I'm just curious
yeah,
about this one.
yeah, no.
So,
Um, we think a club lead would allow them to make 11 tricks, but that was it. We did analyze the hand.
even then, I mean, isn't a club out? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it
Right.
that
must have not switched to a diamond. Oh, 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 it got ducked?
it got ducked,
Oof.
and that's that.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at board 9 real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I
this
see.
is the one that someone got to slam in the match we were watching.
That's right. I forgot when these were played. We started looking at it. I thought it was being played, but okay, we know the results. Um,
Looks like they can get 500 out of 5 hearts with accurate defense.
right, and looks like accurate defense wouldn't be that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you have to
I
have
have
a
sympathy.
diamond.
I have sympathy for a club lead, I guess.
Yeah,
But, you don't know those spades cashing.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Okay.
may want to return
Yeah, let's go
to, to
back.
the semi-live version. We have this hand I wanted to look at, and so
It
this
looks
will
like they
make.
got a king of diamonds lead.
Oh, it's another King of Diamonds lead, which will
Yeah.
what's it make? And
And she played ace of hearts, and yeah, good
it
play.
made it the other table as well. Okay. So it was only the spade lead that gave Declare some problem. Because the spade lead, sometimes little things make a big difference. And here the spade lead took away the ace of spades immediately, which made the safety play or in hearts hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, the opening leader probably doesn't know that that would be the case. I think that the king of diamonds is the normal lead, but
Yeah.
the spade worked better today.
Well, like we said, Declare's got a decision in the trump suit. I suppose it's possible that North, for the past hand action, has king, queen of diamonds, probably the queen of spades, possibly the ace of clubs, and didn't call that an opening bid with, 4-5 in the pointeds. But who knows? I mean, I would certainly open queen fourth stiff, king queen fifth, ace something.
I think everybody here do. I don't think we have some very light pairs and we have some average pairs. I think you'd have to be a pretty heavy pair not to open that.
Yep. Shapely 11, rule of 20, shapely 11 with the spades. So how did they get to 4 hearts at the other table? Did they open this Tanotra?
It was declared by North.
Oh, okay.
It was a strong club.
Hmm.
Okay. But it looked like almost as blind an opening lead.
Right.
And
And we got a
then the
club
club
lead.
lead. Okay.
Yep.
And I think it makes sense. Like partner is more likely to overcall a spade, I suppose. Um, how do I go back? Ay, ay, ay. All right. So now if South introduces clubs, we might get the correct lead from East. which is how the swing was generated in the other match.
Yep.
Amazing how small things to you when you're deciding, looking at North hand, whether to bid one heart or four hearts. You're not thinking, am I going to prevent my partner from bidding clubs? And if my partner bids clubs, each won't get the right lead. Or each will get the right lead. I mean, this is not part of your consideration in making the one heart versus four hearts decision.
Maybe it should be from now on.
Yeah. Certainly a factor.
I mean, obviously, North is afraid of missing slam if they just bid four hearts, probably.
I don't think
I
we're going
mean,
to miss.
it feels like a pretty accurate description of the North hand.
It is, so maybe it's a good bid, yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
going to miss slam with North's hand. I mean, that's kind of, for me, almost minimal for the bid. I mean, I agree with the bid, but I would expect my partner to have that much.
Who's got the sirens?
That's coming from Chicago. I mean, I live more close to downtown Chicago, not from Schaumburg.
I'm in Northwest Arkansas, and the only thing I hear is bird song. So, and maybe an airplane in the distance.
So where are you, Brett?
I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay. Oh, the
It's
Spade League.
nice and
Okay.
calm. Okay, well done.
Yep.
I guess they still need to shift to a diamond,
Well, they definitely
but
do.
should be
Right.
findable.
I'm not sure what the two shows in terms of count.
I'm sure
Probably
it's
third and low.
yeah, third and low.
Right. So again, I'll just
Yeah,
make
well done.
yeah, that if West had had singleton diamond in this hand, West might have cashed ace of spades before playing a diamond. And that's why East can play the spade rather than a diamond. I mean, East doesn't know the lengths.
Yeah, Greg, I think that's a really good point. But I would take it even one step further. If you really want to build a fence around partner, instead of like Jack ace of spades, do Queen ace of spades, and then partner just cannot go wrong.
Right. So this will tighten this match up a little bit, which is good for the fans.
Yeah,
Like tight matches.
good for the Capiletti team.
Okay, well, thanks, Brent and Phil. Had a nice Saturday morning here, and plenty of bridge to come. So I'm going to be signing off.
I'll hang around for this last one, just see if there's any
Oh, I thought that was the last one.
action. Oh yeah, I think we
Oh,
got the spade
oh,
hand.
okay. Well, this is how many under over tricks.
Well, I mean, if they find their way to four spades, we'll have something to talk about.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, but I think everyone here agreed that South is on the strong side for the two spade call, but really isn't worth more than that. We'll see.
How do you like three no trump on these cards? I don't think that's crazy at all.
I mean, North could consider a two no call here.
I think 3-0 declared by North is quite good, I want to say.
Yeah.
If you get a heart lead and a club through, you might be sad. But like, maybe it's not as good as it looks. North doesn't really have an entry. Like, ideally, you would want to run the Queen of Spades.
Right. But if one diamond is docked, then the North starts having very few entries.
Yeah,
And
you
even,
need
though-
a you really need to guess the spade suit.
Yeah.
and even that's not going to give you enough tricks by itself when you're stuck on dummy.
Okay, maybe it's not that good.
I mean, it's close to being good, and both of them were close to making a slightly stronger call, so it makes sense. That it was, okay, actually, I think I won't stay to see the exact number of over tricks here. So thanks all.
So I'm not sure about this duck. I mean, it's ducking this trick is general good practice, but here it gives the defense a little bit of timing to set up a hard trick. So I don't think that I agree with the duck.
I don't know how afraid you are of a heart coming through, to be honest. Because like you wouldn't mind just playing it yourself sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in two spades, there's just not a lot of interest, and in four spades, I think there's a lot of interest about whether or not to win trick one or not.
Yeah, here maybe the Claire will play the King of Diamonds and hope that she can pitch a heart on the Queen. Like now that the Queen of Hearts already scored. And she might make 4.
Well, did West discourage hearts at trick two?
I did not notice the card.
I didn't either, but I thought East had the deuce and Kristen would have had a non-deuce.
Yeah, gonna make 2 over tricks.
Yep.
For 1 imp. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Kevin and Amber will be with you guys in 15 minutes from now. Okay, we are
All right.
signing off.
Bye for now.